Hello, salam, namaste, sat sri akal and copy to all. This is Interurban KG and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about which is the best camera to buy if you're starting to create videos for YouTube or anything else. So let's get on with it.
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude.
I'm going to split these recommendations into a low budget setup, a medium budget setup, as well as a high budget setup. So low budget will be anything between $100 to $500. Medium budget will be anything between $500 to $1,000, and a high budget setup will cost you around $2,000 to $5,000. Now, in all these three categories, the minimum requirement will be a camera and a mic. According to me, there are two basic factors which you need to consider before taking a decision on which kind of setup you want to start with. And I think the first one is the budget. Obviously, we need to know how much we can spend. And the second factor is the purpose. So for the purpose of this video, we will consider the purpose as just shooting these kind of talking head videos and vlogs and travel videos, because I think that's mostly what people start with. And it is awesome because just imagine, the world is so big that it is impossible for a single person to see all of it. And if most of the people just put the travel vlogs on YouTube, then you'll have so much of content from which you can decide which places you want to prioritize while you are in this world, no matter how long that is. Let's talk about our first bucket, which is a low budget setup. So the assumption here for this video in the low budget section is that you already have a phone and you're not going to buy a new one. So in that case, all you need is an external mic costing around $20 and a gimbal like this, which is OM4. This will cost you around $200 to $300 depending on the time and the deal which you got. So in Indian terms or in INR, this will be around 15 to 20,000 depending on what kind of mic you get if you already have the phone. Now let's talk about the drawbacks and advantages of this kind of setup. So first, the advantages: it's less costly. All you need is a gimbal, that is for the travel videos, for pan shots and all that stuff. And you need an external mic because the mics inside the phone, no matter which it is, they're good in a very controlled environment, but once you step outside in the wind, you'll not be able to hear yourself. So those are the pros of it, but there are a lot of problems with this kind of setups. The first one will be most of the phones do not allow you to connect an external headphone unless you are on Pro mode. And once you go to the Pro mode, you will not have access to the front camera, which means that you will not be able to see yourself while recording a video. So either you have to put a mirror in the background or somebody has to go and see while you are shooting, which is not very good, especially if you intend to create the content by your own. It might not be a big deal for some people, but for me it's annoying because sometimes you end up shooting a full video and you really do not know whether the mic had a problem or something else stopped working or somebody just passed by while you were talking and all of your framing got distorted. So that's basically the drawback of it. So let's now go to the vlogging mode and then I'll discuss the problems you'll have while vlogging. So this is my vlogging setup. If I just have to use the mic, I'm using Samsung S21 Ultra, and yes, I do have to use only the back cameras because the external mic, which is perhaps one of the most important things if you're doing vlogging, will only work if you are using the Pro mode, and Pro mode is only supported by the back cameras. So one problem with this is that I can't see myself, so I don't know what the framing is, what you're able to see right now. It's just a guesswork. You can overcome it if you actually try to put one more thing over it and maybe have, say, a glass here so that you can, see yourself. But then this is not a discrete setup which you're looking for, especially if you're vlogging. And obviously it's a phone, and if you have not put it in your airplane mode, which I didn't while starting this recording, and now if I do end up getting a call from my friend or anyone else, the flow breaks, the shot breaks, and you have to do it all over again. Obviously this is not a very discrete setup. Now let's switch to the front camera. I will not be able to connect the external mic because it's not supported from the front camera, and I'll hand hold it and we'll see how the footage comes. I think this is the best way you can vlog if you are using your phone with nothing, just bare bone the phone, and you don't have any connectivity with the external mic, and you can just hold it in your hand. Now this is all well, all good, because S21 does have a wider frame and you can see a lot of things at the background, but obviously this is not the best camera in this phone, and all that blurry background if you want to achieve even with the small sensor like a phone won't be possible with the front camera. And the other problem you have is the sound. Now I am outside, but I am at the backyard of the house, so there'll be less noise. But obviously if you are in a tourist place wherein you have people around you and kids around you, it'll be very hard for people to basically listen to what you're saying, and otherwise you'll have to shout like I am trying to shout right now. So it's up to you. Again, the same problem, you might keep on getting phone calls if you forget to put your phone in the airplane mode, and that will obviously distract you and also the flow of thoughts which you generally need, especially while you're vlogging or you're trying to say something or convey a message. Now let's switch to my favorite vlogging camera, which is the DJI Pocket 2, and I'll let you know why I think it is the best and not the phone. So now I am on my second setup, which I regard as a mid-budget setup, because this is DJI Pocket 2 Combo, which comes with an external mic which seamlessly connects to the camera and also has a 14mm wide angle lens which comes within the combo. I really love this camera because this is so compact and so easy to set up. It comes with this external mic which is auto connected the moment you switch it on. It's seamless, you don't have to switch on a Bluetooth or worry about any wires. And for framing, for these kind of videos where you are just having a talking head videos and you're just straight away talking to the camera, all you need to know is whether your frame is right or not and things are coming in, which this screen, which is very small, does a very good job of. Now let's go to the vlogging mode and see how good it is while vlogging. So now I am on my DJI Pocket 2, and yes, I am using a filter which is 32 right now, and also I'm using the mic which comes. Now I really find that this particular setup for vlogging is perhaps very easy to have. Yes, you can't expect the quality of a full frame camera on this micro sensor, or for that matter even on your phone, but look at the convenience you have. All you're doing is talking to this camera, and this is basically a mechanical gimbal. It will not crop anything, and right now I am at 20mm focal length, and that's the reason I'm able to put filter. I can also use the 14 wider angle lens, so if you're traveling, if you're in your car, or you just see an awesome place and you just want to go ahead and give your thoughts about it, make a TikTok video or anything, I think this is pretty neat. Now I have switched to the auto mode, and again the mic is seamless, the mics connect, I don't have to fiddle around with any of the settings. But this is what I like about it. All you need to do is switch on this mic and start speaking, and you don't have to worry about the connection, about the wires, and I think that's where the DJI has shined. Again, not the best of the cameras out there, but just the convenience to vlog. And if you're a person who just likes vlogging, this might just be the best thing which you can have for you. So basically these are the two setups. So this is OM3, but you can even have the same kind of thing with OM4 or OM5 now, and this is the difference. Now one of the problems which I did see with this one is that you have a Samsung camera, so obviously you will like to use the camera app instead of the OM or the DJI app, and there will be a connectivity issue. But with this one you won't face it because the software running on there The Pocket itself is the DJI software, so it's seamless. This one you have to carry with the phone. So if you're using your phone, I'll just say just use the phone. Use the active stabilization, which is very good these days in these phones. But if you do want a mechanical gimbal because you do want that smoothness in your shot, this is what you should go for. So let's now take some of the pan shots from both of these and see how is the video quality. Now this is the ultimate setup for vlogging. Yes, it's a full frame camera. Yes, the quality is going to be different because I'm on a 20mm prime lens. Right now I had to go for 8 f-stop because it's too much light and I was getting overexposed. And I also forgot my filters to be brought in. But basically just get an idea that yes, I can create a background blur with this camera, which I can't with any of the other cameras because the sensor size is pretty big. So I'm not saying at all, the motive of this video is not to say that phone cameras are bad or DJI Pocket 2 is the best camera or this is the best camera. It is just to give you an idea that when you go and buy a system, what are the pros and cons of it. Now this is the best system. If you can handle it, then it is perhaps one of the best. But the problem with this system is going to be is that this prime lens is not a OSS lens, and also there will be issues when you are taking those shots when you are walking or you are at the crowded place or you're following someone, and for those things you'll not be able to do much because then we have a problem associated with this particular lens and this kind of a setup, because this is not for creating videos which have too much of moving or when you're walking a lot. But yes, if you can afford it and if you do want that quality which a full frame brings, it can't be matched from any camera because this is just the best thing to have while doing vlogging. So in conclusion, let me say this. If you already have a very good camera phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S21 or an iPhone or any phone which has a wide angle camera at the back and can allow you to shoot at 4K 30 frames minimum per second, then you really don't need to buy anything else other than maybe a tripod like this, a Joby tripod, and a good cell phone holder which has an option to connect to an external mic. Just buy an external mic, start using the pro features, and that should solve the purpose for talking head videos as well as vlogging. I will not recommend any kind of gimbal whatsoever for the reasons I already mentioned while I was talking about the gimbals. So just go with this, learn the pro features, and that should be good enough. But there is a big but here. Now, if you are thinking of buying a new phone just for making videos and YouTube content, then be aware of the fact that these phones which are able to shoot at 4K have limited battery life, and you don't want to be in a situation wherein you are outside and you run out of battery. And since you cannot replace batteries these days with these new phones, you'll have to wait for it to be recharged, and you'll not have access to your lifelines like Google Maps or public transport information, or for calling an Uber for that matter. So if you have a workable phone and you really don't need an upgrade for the features other than camera, then maybe it is a good idea to consider something like DJI Pocket 2 or Action 2, depending on what kind of content you are creating. So think about it. I will say, if you have a very good phone, just use it with this, which is a tripod and an external mic. And if you don't, and you are intending to buy a phone, consider the alternative of something like DJI Pocket 2. So now coming back to the elephant in the house, the most expensive setup, which is a full frame setup, which will start anything around $3,500. Yes, you can go for APS-C as well, but I think if you are putting so much of money, it's better to go for full frame and future proof yourself, because I think future will be of full frames. Now this is $3,500. You can invest that money, but I'll say start with the kit lens. Maybe just invest in the body and an external mic, and a kit lens will perhaps cost you around $2,500 Australian dollars, which will be around a lakh or 1,25,000 in INR. Learn about the ISO, shutter speed, and all the manual features which a full frame digital camera brings, and then once you're comfortable with it, then choose the lens according to your needs. If it is vlogging, yes, I think this 20mm 1.8 is very good, and I made a do it all lens video which was for 24 to 105, again Sony f4 lens. So go ahead and check out that video and start from there. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked the video. If you did, you know what to do, and if you think there's somebody out there who is looking for this kind of information, do share this video. In this channel, I share my travel vlogs, reviews, and my experiences as a YouTube hobbyist. So if you want to be part of the journey, please do subscribe. This is it for this one. See you in the next one. Rub Rock. Autofocus. 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 Is he able to catch me? Is the camera able to catch me?